Look who's back. It's good to see y'all at the range. Let's get going. Guys, it's been a very, very long time. Matter of fact, I know exactly how long it's been. It's been since Thanksgiving Day, I believe, is the last bullet review that I've done. I know that this channel loves bullet reviews, so that's what we're going to do again today. We're going to do another bullet review. I've got a really good one lined up for y'all today. Today, we have got Federal Premium Berger Hybrid Hunter. Federal Premium is the one who loads the Berger Hybrid Hunters. They're 168 grain, so why did I want to test them? Well, I'm just going to be honest with you. A lot of the match bullets that you can get these days are, especially for 30 calibers, 168 grain projectiles. On that line of logic, these hybrid hunters are going to be able, supposedly, to perform like match style bullets. That's what I'm here to test today. So what they've done is they have adjusted the ogive of the bullet to be just a little bit more flexible than what they've been putting for the Match King bullets. They're not Match King, but you know what I'm talking about, the Berger matches. So they're supposed to be a low drag bullet that is supposed to offer exceptional accuracy at range. That's the whole premise of what the video is going to be today. I'm going to want to test that accuracy in my gun, the poor man's rifle, the Savage Axis XP. The velocity on the box is stating for 168 grains in 30-06 is stating 2,800 feet per second, which calculates to about 24 feet per second at the muzzle, which means at 100 yards, the muzzle velocity is going to be 2614, and the energy foot-pounds is going to be 2549. That's a lot of boogie for a game animal. Even out to 500 yards with this projectile is still saying that it's 1942 rather feet per second, and it's still maintaining a muzzle energy of 1406. So this bullet is cooking, which is good because Federal Premium typically does some very good quality bullets. So I am excited to actually do this review today because I haven't historically done a whole lot of Federal Premium. The only things that I've done Federal Premium is going to be Power Shock and I think Soft Point Bonded. I can't remember what it's called. Federal Fusion, that's what it is. So those are the two that I've done so far. So the ones where they're loading these Berger Hybrid Hunters, I'm kind of excited to find out. So let's talk about the gun just real quick. So this is the setup that I'm going to be using. I've got a Savage Axis that's chambered in 30-06. I bought it a couple years ago. Matter of fact, this will be year number 2 that I've owned it. If you guys been following the channel, you guys know this gun very well. Empty magazine, okay, as you can tell. I've done a custom paint job on it. This is my favorite gun. It really loves 150 grain Remington core-lock tipped, and it will just send them in this almost the same hole every shot, which is really good for a budget gun. Up on top, I've got a 5x20, 5x52. This was sent to me by Easy Scope. Shout out Easy Scope. Thank you so much for doing that. It's got dial turrets, it's got windage, it's got for MOA dial. It has also got a parallax adjuster. It has an illuminated reticle on it, and it also has the throw lever as well. So and it comes with these scope caps. If y'all want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description. Going down, Savage bolt, 90-degree bolt throw. It's a little hard on the break, but that's okay. With the experience that I've had, the more that you use the Savage Axis rifles, the better that bolt gets. It just needs to be used, okay? When it comes out of the box, it's pretty rough. After a couple years, it's not so bad. I've got a Weaver style mount, kind of locking everything in for the scope setup. The safety is kind of plasticky. You get what you pay for with a budget rifle, okay? The trigger has been adjusted to where it's much lighter than what it was when it came out of the stock. Stock trigger on this thing is like 5 pounds, so it's pretty heavy. What we did was we took all the parts out for the action, and we got down to that spring and we started trimming on the spring. So we cut it down to like 2.5 pounds, which is everything I want, and I don't want it any lighter than that. It is a 3-round magazine that we have for this rifle. It pops in a lot easier than its budget competitor, Ruger American. It pops in very easily. That is one feature that I do like about the Savage Axis. And the other feature that I like is you could buy a poor man's gun and have exceptional accuracy, but it's just not a consistent enough brand to say that it's exceptional accuracy across the brands. So I got lucky, I guess is what I'm saying. And since I got lucky, this is my favorite rifle. So this test is going to be very straightforward, and what I mean by that is let's get straight to the point. I'm going to take these Berger Hybrid Hunters that Federal Premium loads rather, and I'm going to do 3 3-shot groups. Now, I understand that if I was zeroing this gun on this round of ammunition, what I would do is I'd fire a whole box so that I could get an average zero. With what I've got with budget constraints, that what I'm gonna do is do the best I can to get a overall accuracy out of the rifle. I will not be zeroing the rifle. And I also need to add that whatever results that I get out of my Savage Axis is not gonna be the same results that you will get out of your rifle. This is only gonna be for what happens with my gun, not yours, mine. But it still should be useful information for you anyway. So 3-shot groups, and then I've got a little something that I've turned into since I'm firing hybrid hunters. I'm going to be doing a bit of a hybrid experiment. You'll see what I'm talking about when we're done with the 3-shot groups. Let's start shooting, shall we? This is also the first time I'm opening the box, so I forgot to show y'all what the bullets look like. There's what they look like. Very long pointed bullet, nickel plated. Let's get out 3, do our first 3-shot group, shall we? I don't know if my budget gun's gonna know what to do with these. These cost significantly more than Remington Core-Lock Tipped, and Remington Core-Lock Tipped itself is not cheap. So do us all a favor. If you like this video, let the algorithm know by pressing the like button, please, because this is an expensive video to make. First 3-shot group, target top right. I'd turn my hat backwards because I was probably about to lose the top of my hat. 30-06 does kick a little harder than normal. Interesting. Felt good on the trigger squeeze on that. It's been a minute, so I just had to get the feel of the rifle in me again. Where'd the target go? There's the target. Check my barrel temp. She ain't hot yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and send my other 3-shot group to the top target to the left. Take my time on these shots and see what this round's really capable of here. It is hitting consistent top right, but I mean, like I said, this gun's not sighted in with these rounds. A little better. How we doing? She's still cool enough to do another 3-shot, so here we go. Bottom left this time. We'll have our 3-shot groups done. That's why I like doing these bullet reviews in the winter time. The barrel stays cooler longer. Woo! Yeah. That last one was with a hot barrel, so that is to be expected. Let's go look at the results, shall we? With that 5x25 scope, I've already seen what these groups look like. I'll tell y'all though, I will admit that that last shot was with a very hot barrel. I was seeing the barrel in the scope. It was radiating heat like something else. So I'm gonna say that that's probably why it shot that huge flyer off. The groups are good enough, I guess. I mean, the average group size between cold barrel and then you got medium warm barrel, then you got hot barrel. These two remain consistent, but this right here was that last shot, and that was with a very hot barrel. I'd say it was about 1 1/3 inches. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great. So Like I said though, that's with my gun, that's not with your gun. So your gun, your results will vary. Not they may vary, they're going to vary. So whatever you do, when you get a bullet, test it. So while my mother's looking for a grounded spot in the fence, you can see her walking that way, so I'll stop shooting while she checks that. I'm gonna wait until she comes back out this way for me to keep shooting, because I got one last shot to do. This is the test I was talking about. So with the whole hybrid hunter idea, I figured I'd go with a hybrid test. Here's what that looks like. You got water, and you got wood. The wood is going to simulate a bone. The water is going to simulate the juicy part of the animal when a bullet gets in there and does all this bad magic. The reason I decided to go ahead and do the test like this instead of like normal where I either do wood or water is because I've been reading on the bullet, and the bullet was designed to penetrate first and then essentially explode, lose 40 to 90% of its retained mass. So that test is not to see whether or not I catch a bullet. That test is to see whether or not that bullet explodes. So as soon as my mom gets out of the way and gets safely over here on the pond levee, we're gonna fire at that and see if that bullet does what it says and was marketed and designed to do. Simple, huh? Bye, Mom. All right, y'all see me shoot all the time, so you guys get to see that explode over there. I got a long range shot, and I got y'all up close too, so you're gonna see this from 2 different angles. I love this part. This is where my redneck shows. Bone and water test. 3, 2, 1. It never gets old. Well, my GoPro got wet. Let's see. Right there. And it started expanding pretty quick. It obviously hit the jug. There's water everywhere. Do I see anything left of the bullet? I see, like, y'all see that metal in that water? It's like mining for gold here. Let's see. Do I see a new case? This is not a new case. Ignore that. If I can't find the bullet, I'm gonna say it did what it said it was gonna do. Oh, wait a minute. Old. I think that bullet come apart. I'm fairly certain it did. All right, let me clean up my mess real quick, and we're gonna go talk about my final thoughts. That's how many tests I've done. In conclusion, if I was running out of bullets and I was hunting under 100 yards with my rifle, 100% I would hunt with these things. I mean, nearly 3,000 foot-pounds at the muzzle of energy. That's a ton of foot-pounds for a 30 caliber. I get it, 300 Win Mag has about that kind of energy, but out of a 30-06, very rarely do you see almost 3,000. Barrel got hot on that last 3-shot group, so I'm gonna say that it's probably because that last flyer, I could see the mirage on that barrel, in between the barrel and the scope, so I know I had a hot barrel by that point. I was just seeing whether or not these things were just gonna be inherently accurate, and I could tell you pretty much, they are inherently accurate. They're not the most accurate bullet I've ever shot out of my gun. However, I will tell you though that if they work in your gun, they're gonna be a good contender for a good potential choice for you in the woods. Guys, we have a lot of stuff coming out. This is going to be a very straightforward and to the point video. I know that. I love my bullet reviews, and I'm going to continue doing the bullet reviews. I've also started a new thing to where if we do anything different, for example, the last duck hunting video that we did. Also, for example, I'm planning on doing a squirrel hunting video at some point. Whether or not it come out before or after this video, I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue the bullet reviews because I like making them and you guys like watching them. So those are going to stay the bread and butter of the channel, except for when it turns to hunting season. Hunting season, you can tell, I don't have time to do bullet reviews, mostly because I'm in the woods. And I had a killer hunting season this year. Don't believe me? Go back and look. We're going to have the main stuff, Thursdays at 10 o'clock. It's going to be bullet reviews, the main Rakestraw channel content. I'm thinking for the other stuff that we're doing, I'm probably going to start doing Tuesdays at 10 o'clock. If that works, you'll be seeing them at that time. If that don't work, you won't be seeing them at those times. I'm just sitting here thinking we can continue our main content stuff and also do fun stuff on the side as well that you guys can watch as an added bonus to what we typically do. Anyway, really glad that we could get back into the bullet review time. Oh my gosh, there's so many bullets I want to try. Hornady American Whitetail Tipped has come out at the end of last year. I want to get my hands on some of those. I want to get my hands on the Barnes harvest season offerings for the rest of my rifles to see how those go through mine. Oh gosh, I want to start running some copper stuff out of there. There's so many options, so guys, stick around while we go and try to get in and dig into what we can and can't do out of our rifles, because every one of our rifles is a budget rifle. We are budget people in mind, to keep that in mind as we go forward. And if you don't want us to be budget people, please like the video. Guys, if this is the first time you're watching the video, hi, it's nice to meet you. If this is not the first time you're watching the video, it's good to see y'all again. Guys, I reckon until next week, the Rakestraw boys, I reckon we go. I'm working on that cunt. I take my pants off and everything. Boy, it's gonna be cold. Here, sit down. Help. I think somebody might need to go on a diet. That Sonic's catching up to you, ain't it? They feel a little like a dang smoked sausage now. How'd you get him in this morning? You ripping them now? Oh, there we go. I was like, what am I hung on?
Them were good waders.
What are these things called anyway?
Waders.
What's it, Tootsies? Woo!
I'm glad you ain't no fireman. Fired me out by the time you got your dang turnouts on.
You feel better now?
Just don't bust my seams out of them.
They're real stretchy. Tideway. This is how durable your waders are.
That's not even Tideway. Those are Wacer Fluxes. Wacer Flux.
Wacer Flux?
They're $99. Don't ruin them.